The next paper will be given by Dr. Grimaldi from Milan, and the title of this paper is Nutraceutical Promoters of Autophagy Prolongs Human Hair Growth Ex Vivo. Thank you, Dr. Grimaldi.
Thank you. Thank you, the organizer, to giving me the possibility to try to convince you in the next few minutes that is it possible to exploit natural compound able to induce a process called autophagy in order to have beneficial effect on hair growth. So what is autophagy? Autophagy is a mechanism that allows cells to degrade cytoplasmic material. It's a mechanism independent from proteasomal, and indeed in autophagy what happens is that cytoplasmic material or entire organelles are enveloped in a vesicle that is called autophagosome, and the role of this vesicle is to target this material to lysosome for lysosomal degradation. Now it's interesting to note that a number of different drugs, they have both target or off-target effect on autophagy process, and some of them they use to block this process. And the most common adverse effect of these drugs is hair loss, so suggesting a potential connection between autophagy and hair growth. And more important, the day after tomorrow, you will have a presentation from Dr. Jonathan Hartman in which he will provide you concrete evidence that indeed autophagy is very active in the hair follicle and has a major role in supporting the anagen phase of the follicle. So because of that, we were wondering if it's possible to modulate positively autophagy in order to have beneficial effect on the hair growth. And among the compounds that regulate autophagy, there is a natural compound, which is spermidine, that has been reported to have activity to induce the autophagy process. And spermidine for us was very fascinating, also because there was a report in which methylspermidine, which is a metabolic stable analog of spermidine, indeed promotes the growth phase or the anagen phase of the hair follicle. So as a first question, we wanted to address whether also methylspermidine preserve the activity to induce autophagy. And to do that, we did several different experiments. I don't have time to go through, but the clearest one, I guess, is the one with the light fluorescent microscopy, because then you can directly visualize autophagy inside cells. And this is because there is one protein that is called SC3, which is recruited on the membrane of the autophagosome during the entire process. So if you fuse this protein to a fluorescent reporter, as a sample, a red fluorescent protein, you can monitor the formation of red fluorescent dots, cytoplasmic dots corresponding to autophagosome inside cells. And then if you treat this cell in culture with methylspermidine, you will observe over time accumulation of LC3 positive dots, indicating an increase of autophagy. And then I don't have time to go through, but basically using this approach, another approach, we came up to identify additional natural compounds, natural ingredients, able to induce autophagy. One of them is an extract from a plant, Galeopsis segetum. Another, for patent reason, I will call X factor. I will not tell you the name. However, what is more important is that not only those compounds were effective in promoting autophagy, but that the cocktail, the combination of them, acts synergistically. So the combination was even better than the single compound by itself. So we then decided to test whether, okay, this mix is good to induce autophagy in cell culture, but what about the hair follicle that we are interested to? So to do that, we set up a confocal fluorescent microscopy approach directly in organ culture hair follicle from human donors with an antibody specific for the LC3, the one that I showed you before on cells. And then with this analysis, we were able to directly monitor the LC3 positive dots corresponding to autophagosomes inside the hair follicles. And if you perform this analysis in anagen follicle treated with our cocktail or with vehicle, the result is that in cocktail-treated follicles, you have a dramatic and significant increase in a number of LC3 positive dots, indicating that indeed compound is inducing intrafollicular autophagy. And we also confirmed that with transmission electron microscopy. That is very nice because you can have a magnification of the structure of the cells, and so you can actually see and observe autophagosome-like structure. And also with this analysis, it supports the idea that cocktail-treated follicle has a much higher autophagosome-like structure compared with vehicle-treated one. And so we have an induction of autophagy. What about the hair growth? So to do that, we took a number of follicle, anagen follicle, from donor, and then we treated with both cocktail or vehicle. And in the vehicle-treated samples, and then after days, we analyzed the hair follicle stage. And after the treatment with vehicle, most of the follicle proceeded from anagen to the early candidate morphology. However, in the cocktail-treated samples, the majority of the follicles still preserve a morphological and molecular anagen structure, anagen features. And this in one patient, but then we obtain also from additional donors. So overall, our data basically support a scenario in which you can use natural modulator of autophagy, specifically inducer of autophagy, in order to support the autophagic flux during the anagen and prolong the anagen duration, thus highlighting the potential application for hair treatment and cosmetics. And that's it. I would like to thank all the people that participated in the study, and I will be glad to take questions.
Thank you, Dr. Grimaldi. Are there any questions for Dr. Grimaldi? Thank you. We should move on. Time constraints.